Hi everybody, it's Danielle from Haverford Township Free Library and welcome to this week's Pajama Storytime. This week we are reading Elmore by Holly Hobby. What does Elmore look like? Looks like a porcupine, right? Yeah, he's a pretty cute looking fella. Let's read a little bit about Elmore. Oh, there he is, asleep in a tree. Elmore by Holly Hobby. Elmore lived by himself in an ancient maple tree. He loved it there. Look at his tree. Look, he's got a ladder going up. There he is there. That's a pretty awesome tree. I don't think I would mind living in that tree. Elmore was solitary, meaning he lived alone. And you would think he'd be used to that by now. But here's the thing, he often felt lonely. Solitude could be boring. There he is in the tree all by himself. He always had trouble making friends. What was the problem? After all, the L in Elmore's name, his mother once explained, stood for love. So he put up a sign. This sign says, "Friends wanted." He was discouraged by what he overheard. "He's too prickly. It's hard to be around him." He's overhearing what the raccoons are saying. Elmore shook his back and his quills rattled. It was true. If you got too close, you might get needled, nettled, prickled. Elmore didn't mean it. It just happened. So there he is, shaking, and everybody's running away from his quills flying. He spent a rainy day holed up in the ancient tree, thinking about what to do. What could be done about his troublesome quills? They were there to protect him, like a coat of armor. But protect him from what? Elmore's life was peaceful. He was lucky. The next day, his old uncle happened to come shuffling along past Elmore's tree. Good morning, Elmore." A moment later, he said, "You don't seem your usual cheerful self. Is something wrong?" "I wish I didn't have all these quills," Elmore explained. "I'm too hard to be around. I have no friends." "I'm your friend," his uncle smiled. "That's different," Elmore replied. "But you are a porcupine," his uncle stated emphatically. "You wouldn't be a porcupine without quills." "I know," said Elmore. "I've got hundreds and thousands of them." "You're a handsome porcupine," his uncle added. "Your quills are beautiful. You should treasure them." His uncle's kind words made Elmore feel better. Then, as he looked at the many quills scattered about his cozy dwelling, he had an idea. Elmore tied up each small cluster of quills with a bit of string. There he is, making little bundles of quills and tying them up. He posted another sign. "Elmore Quill Pens, 100% real porcupine quills. Free!" For 2 days, they went like hotcakes. Everyone could enjoy a quill pen, especially if it was made from 100% real porcupine quills. And free, too. They could make ink from berries, Elmore suggested, which was extra fun. "Everyone loves getting a note from a friend," he said, as he handed out the bundles. It's true, everybody does like getting a note from a friend. By the time the last quill pens were gone, Elmore was tuckered out, but most of all, he was happy. In the days that followed, he received all kinds of notes. It was exciting. This one says, "We love our quill pens." And this one says, "This is a picture of us. Let's be pen pals." One bright morning after the quill event, there was a big sign tacked to the trunk of Elmore's tree. You are a beautiful porcupine. Our woods are lucky to have you. Your friends. Aww. That was Elmore by Holly Hobby. I think that was a really sweet story. I really liked it. It makes me feel like snuggling. I'm going to get my bear. And we're going to snuggle for some silly lullaby. So grab your stuffed animal or your sibling or your grown-up or a blanket or a pillow or a pet. Or just give yourself a big hug. So, because that story just made us feel extra lovey. Right? Right. Mm-hmm. And let's sing our silly lullaby from Sandra Boynton. Go to sleep, my zoodle, my fibbledy-fitsy-foo. Go to sleep, sweet noodle, it's time to say achoo. The chicken's in the bathtub, the closet full of sheep. The sneakers in the freezer are drifting off to sleep. Go to sleep, my zoodle, my fibbledy-fitsy-foo. Go to sleep, sweet noodle, the owl is whispering moo. And with that, we say good night. And thank you so much for joining us for Pajama Storytime. I hope you will join me next week, and I hope to see you in the library soon. Bye for now.